We got some breaking news, maybe a combo deal here when it comes to Chicago Bears. They're expecting to name the Big Ten Commissioner Kevin Warren as their new team president and CEO. That's the latest from our NFL insider Jonathan Jones. Warren replaced Ted Phillips, who has been with the Bears organization for nearly 4 decades. The 59-year-old Warren has been in charge of the Big Ten since 2020. He helped guide the league through the COVID-19 pandemic, negotiated his latest TV rights, and of course oversaw the latest expansion to the West Coast with the addition of USC and UCLA. More of this, the National College Football reporter for 24/7 Sports, our Brandon Marcello, checking in here in HQ. And of course, Brandon, this is big news for college football and the NFL. But I want to start with the Bears here. When it comes to Kevin Warren, what type of leadership is heading to the NFL for them?
Obviously, he's got that NFL experience, previously working for the Vikings organization, and in the Big Ten was a big-time stakeholder as far as working with stakeholders to develop record-breaking television deals for the conference, and obviously the big shakeup this past summer in adding UCLA and USC to the conference here in the very near future. This guy is a businessman to the T, loves his suits, and I think he'll fit in very well with the Chicago Bears there as they enter an era here where they're going to have the #1 draft pick and also essentially building a new stadium there. So once again, Kevin Warren going into a position where it can be about building up rather than trying to constrain and control things. And that's really where Kevin Warren thrives.
You spent 22 years in the NFL, as you mentioned, their previous experience. But on the flip side, the Big Ten, this is a big hole to fill here. Is there a short list of possible candidates to fill that spot now with him now heading to the NFL?
I think #1 on that list has to be ACC Commissioner Jim Phillips. Rarely do we see Power 5 commissioners switching jobs, but Jim Phillips, remember, 4 years ago, finishes the runner-up for this gig behind Kevin Warren. And Jim Phillips has a lot of connections in the Big Ten, previously having worked there, of course. And the Big Ten right now needs a commissioner to come in and be able to heal some wounds that are still open a little bit. Kevin Warren, as great as he was as a businessman, was not very personable with the athletic directors and the presidents there. A lot of hurt feelings among that group. He didn't really go around to campuses making everybody feel like they were being treated the same. I think Jim Phillips is very much a guy that could, one, understand the Big Ten, but also is a healer and also has a very strong personality that I think would work and kind of fits in that Big Ten mold.
When you talk about the conference, look, we saw the hurdles he went through the pandemic, of course, the up maybe with the TV rights deal this upcoming season, what we saw here. When you think about it, this job right here, what other hurdles for the next guy in line might they occur in the Big Ten, whoever takes that job, if it is a Phillips or someone else?
I think that they needed the commissioner to come in and say, hey, I'm listening to you, ADs and presidents, and I represent you. I don't represent my own interests. There's a lot of ADs and presidents who were not very happy with the way Kevin Warren was handling things after they added USC and UCLA by going out and saying, hey, we might expand further. We might potentially be looking at other programs, because the Big Ten presidents did not want to expand further beyond those 2 additions. So they're always kind of sitting in their chairs back in their offices wondering, what's Kevin Warren up to today? And what's he maybe being more evasive about when we try to talk to him and ask him some certain things about the future of the conference and also just their current dealings. Kevin Warren was very vague whenever they had meetings over the phone or in person, and that didn't set very well. They need someone to come in there that's a little bit more transparent and obviously understands that landscape.
Interesting to see what happens there, of course. Thank you for joining us on that breaking news with Kevin Warren heading to the Bears, the Big Ten commissioner deciding to boogie out to the Windy City there. Don't forget the Cover 3 podcast. You can catch everything. I'm pretty sure this will be on the latest pod. The latest pod, though, talks about the way too early top 25 and potential signing day changes. Of course, a lot of shaking and moving since the national championship. But join the fellas always breaking it down on the pod. Kind of listen and subscribe.